Clicking. Lean in. Camera on edge of the seat, she be pouring that pot. Turning the heat, name in her mouth, better come clean. She the real one, cut through the screen. No cap, all fat, yeah, she talk mean. But it's sting cause it's true, she a truth machine. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, tune in for the truth, it's that Queen TV. Talking that shit, making it known. If it's going this way, that way she put you on. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, every single drop got you feeling that beat. You better listen hard, don't miss a thing. She the primetime goddess, bow to the king. She don't chase clout, she chase receipts. Scroll through the files, bring them to the street. Bravo to the boss when she break that scene. Got the group chat buzzing off a single stream. Real time gossip, live in your phone. You feel seen cause she's saying what you think alone. True and keen, cut deep when she speak. You hit play one time, now you back all week. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, tune in for the truth, it's that Queen TV. Talking that shit, making it known. If it's going this way, that way she put you on. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, every single drop got you feeling that beat. You better listen hard, don't miss a thing. She the primetime goddess, bow to the king. Primetime goddess.
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry. What a goddamn nightmare this has become. A PR fucking nightmare. And you know what? I'm fucking pissed because, number one, I'm not condoning what she did. I'm not excusing what she did. But fucking ABC and NBC knew exactly who the fuck they had on their platform. She was charged with those charges, with the child engagement, everything. She had a plea deal. They went on to film 3 seasons with her. And then they filmed The Bachelor. And then they used Dakota as part of the storyline on The Bachelor. They say they're not going to, when it got exposed, what she just did, they said they were going to cancel the show, right? And then what happened? Because he decides to fucking gaslight her. Well, he releases the thing. He made sure that his team released that stuff. The courts wouldn't do it. And then I don't know if she has, I don't know what, I mean, it's pretty vicious. We're going to have a trigger warning because I don't understand. I understand, I don't understand. He sits there, the way he's acting, if that really happened, well, it did happen. Why did you come back with her? Why are you going back with her constantly? Why are you ruining? He's doing this now because she went on The Bachelor. Obviously. I mean, I'm sure they're toxic all the time, but he wants to use these incidents now. When this happened 3 years ago, what we're saying, it's not good. But is she still acting like this? Is she still getting wasted? Is it him? It's both of them. I don't want, and I'm kind of a little annoyed with her statement because I don't want her to completely. She can't completely. She went back with him. She kept going back with him. It's not like she financially needed him. I understand these relationships. Trust me, I was in one for a long fucking time. A long ass time. He had me to the point where I was beating the fuck out of him. I get it. Oh, my kids are. I mean, I was, it's hard to explain, but I wish I could get Vanessa on here again to talk about this. Because, I mean, yeah, do I think that I don't think she's secretly being abused. I think they're both toxic, and I think they abuse each other when they're drinking or something else. She doesn't look right. And I'm not trying to, I know I have to be careful because I don't want to project my old, what I had deleted. How do you know that, Mary? Listen, hi, Instagram. Love you guys. I love you for joining. So, okay. I get it. Mary, sorry, I don't want to say your name wrong. Over on Instagram. I get it, but it's him too. It is him too. You don't think he made sure that this video got out, Mary? I hope I say your name. I hope that's your name. It's just, TMZ, first of all, they got the video that was, I mean, listen, they knew this when ABC hired her or put her on their platform, just like NBC she went to go and film 3 seasons with this stuff out here. I mean, look, TMZ's they're pieces of shit. They probably would do something like this. I'm not condoning what she did, but I think they're both at fault. I do. I think that they should have stayed away from each other a long time ago. But again, I get these fucking relationships. But I honestly, it looks like she's trying to kill him. It really fucking does. And I hope to God, I hope this didn't go on for a year. If this went on for 3 years to the point where they have to literally, the friends have to be, okay, friends and police took his phone and it's part of the police. Okay, so again, everybody was well aware of this shit that happened, right? Why would TMZ want to do that? TMZ is such a piece of shit. So I hope to God that TMZ can answer to The Bachelor. I mean, listen, they should have canceled The Bachelor when she ruined the season, because she did. Getting back with him and all this drama, it ruined the season, but people would still watch, I think. And listen, they should have never included him in the goddamn Bachelor storyline. Why would you let him be filmed? She is at fault too. And it's like, they're both at fault. Do I think that he does what she does? No, I think that he pushes her to that point. She has issues. And you're right, she needs to get sober and she needs help. Right? I agree. But I still feel like Dakota had something to do with this. I really do. Team Z, why would they? If they cared enough, they should have just sent it to Bachelor Nation. Because remember 2 days ago, they had no problem with it. Oh, okay. They had no problem. This was all available to them. Her charges were were right there. And NBC went on to film with her, and so did, so the other group of sponsors. Why? Because now they have, written proof? It's weird. No, is that how it works without sponsors? No show. So you don't think, but they knew about this. This is, it makes me crazy. They could have literally, Bachelor should have did a lot more digging, because, she was charged with all of it, right? The plea deal. So they obviously know there's more charges. So why not dig deeper and look into the court records instead of waiting until somebody puts it out? Because it's like a tipping time bomb at that point. She's probably for years has been scared that this was going to come out. But to continue the behavior is a problem. Because I do think she's not sober. I don't think that. I think it's drinking. I feel like it might be something else with both of them. I know he used to have a problem. I know. But they have to realize that these networks already know. I can't believe TMZ. I mean, can I believe TMZ? Yeah, I can believe TMZ. I mean, were they trying to ruin Bachelor Nation, or they just being their messy damn selves? You know what I'm saying? I hate TMZ. I just do. Hey, babe, I don't answer my phone when I have the podcast day. I told you that, bitch. I'm waiting for you, though. Hello to everybody. I didn't even say hello. I just started going on and on. Instagram, I love when people talk over there, because I don't really get a chance to talk to anybody. Thank you for the information. Honestly, it does help me understand a little bit better. So I'm reading it on Instagram. Okay. So did TMZ say why they decided to do this all of a sudden, or to the new charges? Do you think does he have any video proof this time? Has he been videoing her this whole time? And what made Tate do this too? Or Tate, that's his name? I always forget his name. It's so fucking hot here. It's so weird. What was his incident that made him try to go get custody? I honestly, after watching that, I think she doesn't deserve, not deserve. She needs help. She just needs help. And it's a shame, because why would Bachelor Nation, I know they tried to do it for ratings, but I mean, because I feel like they were tanking. They've gotten weird. Bachelor in Paradise made the show just fucking more of a Love Island type weird thing. You can't really take it seriously unless you're Andrea. What's the other one she can't take serious? God, it's so fucking hot here. Hi, Lady Virgo. Let me see. I really have. Thank you. So the new charges in February, but you don't think it's just convenient timing for him? So when he went to file the charges, right? Why did something happen that day? I wonder. And I don't like her. I don't like her statement either. I'm not really happy with her statement. I feel like it was not in silence. She wasn't suffering in silence. Everybody knew that they had issues. And I'm sure everybody saw the domestic violence between the both of them and the yelling and the toxicity. But again, this was 3 fucking years ago, dude. You've been with her, bro, this whole time. And I just think he's losing his mind because she went on The Bachelor. But she should have never. It should have been her contract that she was not allowed to date anybody or do anything until the show aired. I know, Marie, I know. I know. And that's why, like, I get really freaked out about, like, the stalking and the soaking and the things they were doing. And just, like, I mean, they've gotten over that, right? But to me, like, and knowing that Joe Duggar just got arrested, like, it's fucked up. It's what's going on. I know they're not the same religion. I don't even know what kind of cult the Duggars are in, but, like, this is wild. But this is jarring. Like, watching her is jarring. It really is. I mean, and then the way she was just so intoxicated, and just it's now she's just sounded at the end of her rope. Leave, bitch, leave. I'm sorry, I'm hard, bitch, but, like, leave him. I have not liked him since day one, but he's not mine, And I knew, you could tell season 1 that it was hard for her to be with him, but they stay together because they're each other's fucking twin flame, Hey, babe, I miss you. It's my lawyer. Send it to Manny. I miss you. I want to know what you think about this. You're at work. Cool. Working out. Oh. How's law school? Oh, no, how law school's got. It's hot here. I'm in Jersey. It's hot. It is so hot. Oh, Manny. I know. Manny. So Manny says, well, listen, somebody really smart is on Instagram right here. These quotes ruin people. What mom wouldn't stop her check on her daughter after you hit her in the head. I know. It's so hard. It's hard. I feel like she just assumed that the daughter was old enough to do. I don't know what she thought. So she has the one daughter, right? And then she has Ever with him. Does she have 3 kids though? I want to know what made the ex-husband, go and try to get custody. I was like, oh my God, let me get Louie off of there. Sorry, Louie. You gaslighting this motherfucker. There we go. Sorry. I am so happy she's trashed. I know, but Manny, they hired her and platformed her, and they let fucking Dakota film during the Bachelor Nation, which just makes the show toxic as fuck. And it's like, oh my God, flip it, make Taylor the victim. Nobody was questioning why that's what. Well, apparently, according to TMZ, obtained it because it was available, I guess. 2 baby daddies, yeah. 3 kids, okay, yeah. I mean, did something happen? I don't know. And 2, with Bachelor, I still don't know if they would lose. So in the end, right, do you think they're losing money by not airing it? Or do you think they are because of the sponsors pulling out? I'm sure their legal team told them the best decisions, but they should have waited. I don't know. That's what reality TV often does. They don't care much. And that's what I was saying. Mess is messy. Like, Peacock, Bravo love mess. They will watch you until you're literally in handcuffs, until you're literally walking into your prison sentence. And then they'll wait for you to come out. And then they'll film your family the whole time, and they'll want to know everything. So it's like, why stop filming now? And it's the bitches. I'm sorry. I'm calling the bitches because, like, if they were really Taylor's friend, maybe I don't know. Maybe they tried to get her help. But I feel like they all have really, their husbands, ex-husbands now are all having issues. So they've been either addicted to porn, addicted to gambling, addicted to drugs, sex. I'm glad they're all separated and getting a divorce, but they all should get what's going on because none of their lives were perfect. And I think the trash part of, have I talked about a little bit? Yeah. Yes. You think that you and I got it. You are not. You think Boz, and Rachel are the bullies on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? That's usually on Monday. Oh my God, the bullies are fucking. Oh my God, the bullies are Kyle. Kyle is a frigging snake. You know that. Yes, I heard NBC will lose $10 million. Marie, is that true? Without sponsors, they can't air their show. They're out a lot of money. The Bachelorette was set to be. Okay, yeah, okay. So you're right. Okay, that makes sense because they're out a lot of money because they're losing sponsors, right? Okay, and all of this. So okay. So the show airs. So it's already filmed and everything. Do people not get paid now? Is that how that works? Or like, do they pay everybody? Is that all done and over with? Everything's. There's a lot of time that went into this. If they all get paid, then they shouldn't really be that upset. But I get what you're saying. Like the money. Okay, I just because I don't really know how scripted shit works for that. But right, think about this, right? Bravo, NBC, well, ABC has a problem with it, right? TMZ, or not TMZ, TLC has a no tolerance policy. Bravo seems to not, and Peacock seems to not, right? And NBC, if you want to. TMZ is to blame. But I mean, do you think that why do you think they would do this to her right now? Why would TMZ do it? Just like they've had this opportunity to look for this. God damn, maybe because of the new, I guess the new charges, and then they go. And I'm not like, he's never came out and said what really happened either. But again, like he stayed with her, and they're so bad together, and it's like she's never had a chance to like heal because obviously she's got issues with what happened before. I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I try not to talk about the sex part of it because I kind of feel like, but when like the Duggards get all arrested, I'm just like, what's going on, man? Like, stop restricting your kids from things. I don't know what this answer is, but I think at this point with the Duggards, they need to look in the gym, Bob. Do you mean to tell me that everybody, all these guys, I don't know, but like he had no problem with the brother or with the sister? And Joe just goes, I'm sorry, I did it. I'm sorry. What do you think's going to happen, Joe Duggar? I just feel like, what the fuck? Like, it was real. Today was a jarring fucking day. Like, I couldn't even, I watch, you guys want to watch it. It is good to see him. Send it to Manny. Doesn't Send It to Manny sound so much better now? Like, remember what Send It to Larry? Wasn't it Send It to Larry with Lala? And then I was like, no, you send it to Manny. Manny, when can I put you on as my, I gotta give you my, my fee. Your fee. What's your fee? Just kidding. I'm not doing anything wrong. What am I doing? I'm like, I'm gonna do something illegal. I'm done with that shit. Criminal activity no longer. I wonder why TMZ did it. I maybe guess because of the last one. Or they got a tip. Or somebody sent it to them. I don't know. Because I still feel like it just was such fucked up timing. I just go back to like they knew. But I guess they figured if it got out, the copyright thing's going. Thank God. All right, let's play some. I'll play for it. I know most of you've probably seen it, but I need a trigger warning thing. I need a trigger warning. I'm going to say trigger warning right now. Remember, can you put it in the chat? It looks like she's trying to kill him, and she probably could have with the thing that she picks up and swings at his fucking head. I mean, motherfucker, like she is not giving up, and she's so intoxicated, and it's a shame because it's like she's so unaware of the trouble she's putting herself into. Like I truly feel like she was like, I don't know, like just not sober enough to understand that you can't talk to the cops like that. Believe me, I hate the cops too, and I hate cop callers. But I mean, at this point, like you weren't stopping, and it looked like you were trying to murder him. And if I were him, I would have to call the police on you too if you didn't stop. Even if he pushed you to that point, I get it. I wish I mean, I have a hard time walking away. I used to, I was with somebody who was like the worst. And I used to like, I mean, we got people would call, somebody drove by and saw us on the lawn and called like, domestic violence. And like, it's so bad. You have to get away from these people because they're the people, like the antagonists in your life. They're literally your biggest life lessons, but the biggest antagonists are your biggest life lessons. You got to just accept it and walk away. And obviously she can't. It's been 3 fucking years. And then I think that he just lost his mind when she went on The Bachelor, and it caused this a ripple effect of toxicity to come back. And again, why is ABC filming their fucking relationship? Who cares if he comes to get her? Like, don't fucking let him, like, you know what I mean? Who cares if he calls? Who cares if he's like, oh, I think she's pregnant? Like, what the fuck are you saying? That's that shit that he says is just fucked up. Thank you. All right, let's see. I know I have them all, but there's somebody that did a really good coverage of it, and I think I did send that one to you too, but her speaking out thing is like not really her team did it. She didn't take any accountability really, which is crazy. Mormon wives and warned ABC. Oh, so Mormon wives warned ABC about Taylor. Okay. Oh wait, I told you I played the other one first. Hold on. Anybody's clips I play, please. I'm gonna make sure we put them in the chat. We gotta follow these people because I just went and I couldn't find. Obviously, I'm not gonna FOIA right now. It would take too long. Yeah. Adam had a really good video too. Okay. Oh guys, all right. Trigger warning. This chick is awesome too, by the way. Oh wait, hold on. I told you we'd all discuss this. I'm putting the link in the chat. Oh, I just drank my coffee. kind of dumb. All right, let me share this. Thank you about the, I think my overalls, they're just comfortable. I know, I look like an idiot probably. Okay, guys.
By Law and Crime.
I'm so okay. Blessed. Scandal. I hate Law and Crime, but whatever. Just follow them, please. But she does really good coverage on this. Let me unmute it. Oops. Oh fuck my life. I didn't mean to do that. What did I just do? Stop sharing it. Oops. I gotta do it over again. Where's the? Fast forward just in case they're gonna get me. They will get me. They will get me. Go copyright real quick. Oh, hot drinking that. Oh, it's already going. Oh God. You know what? StreamYard will do clips too if you tell it to. I have to give it a name and then I'll say clip that. It'll clip it for me. You're the best. Suffering from, oh, okay, she's got to stop with that. It's not, it is domestic violence, Taylor, but you know, you're the one that always tried to kill him. He might not hit her, but he probably pushes her to that point, which is not right. She doesn't, you know, you have to walk away. But
abuse, retaliation, and
not that fucking easy. It took me 15 fucking years, guys. 15 fucking years to leave him. And now he's in prison for life.
Public shaming. She is currently exploring all.
So this is Scandal Law and Crime. Okay. She has really good coverage on it.
This season of The Bachelorette was one of the most anticipated yet because it featured a major reality star in the title role. I mean, you know Taylor Frankie Paul from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and the once famous TikTok Mormon swinger mom. You may even recognize her from this 2023 body cam that went viral right here on Law and Crime.
All I know is that I was so scared that I peed my pants.
Oh my God.
He pushed me into it. I reacted, sure.
But we're now getting a closer look at what happened behind the closed door. Actual video of the fight that led to Taylor's domestic violence conviction. And get this, since its release yesterday, just 3 days before The Bachelorette was supposed to premiere, ABC canceled the season. And honestly, can you blame them?
Dude, leave me alone.
If you're interested in cases like this one, we're talking top true crime news, body cams, interrogations, and even deep dives into some of the most scandalous of cases, then make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss anything. Now, on to the case of Taylor Frankie Paul. Today's scandal takes us to Draper City, Utah, the current home of Taylor Frankie Paul.
Hi guys, we are going to be prepping for my kids because for those of you that know, I'm a divorced parent, so I do like a prep day before my kids come for the weekend. I already have them because I got them a day earlier than I thought, so we are still going to go get groceries and prep for the weekend.
Taylor rose to fame on TikTok after saying her ex-husband, Tate Paul, filed for divorce when she broke the rules in their soft swinging relationship.
Did you sleep with him or just kiss him?
I slept with him.
And that kind of catapulted Taylor into the public eye. At first, she was known for her TikToks showing her and other Mormon swinger moms. That caught on, and eventually they became the subject of the hit reality show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Season 1 of the show premiered on September 6th, 2024, and it hit the ground running, discussing and even showing body camera recordings from this incident that happened on February 17th, 2023.
I'm always learning. I'm not visiting. I'm always learning.
Okay.
So here's what happened. Taylor and her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Dakota Mortensen, got into an argument. Things got so heated that the neighbor...
His name is Mortensen freaks me out. God damn it. If he's related to Dylan, that would make so much sense. Just saying.
Overheard the fighting and called police. The body camera video went public in May of 2023, and I reported on it way back then. It gained a lot of traction for multiple reasons. But for starters, Taylor was noticeably drunk in the video.
How do you spell your first name?
T-A-Y-L-O-R.
Just go ahead and just focus on breathing.
This did break me a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
So T-A-Y-L-O-R. Right?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
P-A-U-L.
Have you had a little bit too much to drink tonight? I can smell alcohol pretty strong.
Sure, but not anything crazy. I went out on a girls' night and I came home. Safe driving.
Taylor was later charged with 1 felony count of aggravated assault, 2 felony counts of domestic violence in the presence of a child, 1 misdemeanor.
Charged with that fucking charge, okay? That was on the paperwork. They knew this.
Count of child abuse and another misdemeanor count of criminal mischief. So that wasn't a little thing. However, Taylor kind of made it go away, at least in part, when she reached a plea deal in August of 2023. So Taylor pleaded guilty to the aggravated assault charge. So the rest of the charges were dismissed. Her sentence was essentially probation, meaning she had to
meet. They could, with that video, she didn't have to play out, but somehow she did.
With a caseworker, undergo any sort of court-mandated treatment, and not use any drugs or alcohol. And this probation period was set to last until August 2026, so a couple months from now. If Taylor complied with all of these directions put forth by the court and didn't get into any more trouble, her felony would be reduced to a Class A misdemeanor. And there may be some issues with that given new allegations wagered against her from just this year, but I'll get into all of that in a minute. The next big thing I want to note from this 2023 incident is that the inside of Taylor's home is not shown. She's interviewed outside and you see all of that, but literally the second an officer walks inside, it goes black.
Please.
Can you promise not to talk to him while we go in there?
Sure.
I just don't want anything escalating to an argument or fight while we go in there. Okay? Okay, let's go.
So for years, no one really knew what happened inside of the home until yesterday. And that's when this cell phone video was leaked and we saw what led up to the police call.
Yeah, look at you. Look. Hon, you think this is okay? It's not okay.
There's a lot to unpack in this video, but let me explain why we're not playing it in full.
I'm going to play it.
Honestly, it's violent. You can see Taylor actually throwing what looks like a metal chair at Dakota in the video. And she's been convicted of aggravated assault because of this incident, so it happened.
Your daughter is raped. Oh my gosh.
But what's more is that Taylor's children were there and witnessed this fight. And when she tried to throw the chair at Dakota, it actually hit her daughter.
Your daughter just got hit in the head with a metal chair. No, you. Go and help your daughter. Now. Help your daughter, Taylor.
According to TMZ, Taylor didn't mean to hit her daughter with the chair. She just threw it toward Dakota and it deflected and hit the girl. But authorities would later check her out. She had a bump or a bruise on her head from the chair. And by the way, at the time, she was only 6 years old. And it's even more disturbing that Dakota seems to be the only one really concerned about the little girl's safety.
Yeah, okay. Taylor!
Get away! Get away! Get away!
Over Taylor's screams, Dakota continues to show concern for the kids.
I don't care. I love your kids. Yeah, I do. I freaking love them to death.
The video in full is only about 3 minutes long, and it ends with police arriving on the scene.
Go answer,
I will. She's hammered.
And so is he.
I'm sober.
It's interesting now to see exactly what happened inside and then to pair that with the body cam of first responders getting to the scene, because when they do go to ring the doorbell, you can hear Taylor and Dakota yelling from inside.
Let me know if you make contact on anybody. Contact the front door. Stop. Hey, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
Nothing.
Again, you can hear it from outside. Of course, their neighbors are going to call 911.
911, what is the city and address of your emergency? First, there's like domestic violence, like somebody is screaming, like, get off me. There is like a woman screaming. There's like the garage door keeps opening and shutting. It sounds like she's trying to get out.
Okay. And now that we've seen the video from inside of the home, it's worth noting that Taylor points the finger at Dakota when talking to police.
What did I do wrong? So I can help myself. What did I do wrong?
She's gonna lose her kids.
Help me to know so I can do better.
Well, it's not.
Need to.
Taylor, look at me. It's not that you did anything wrong per se. We are just, the neighbors called in thinking that someone's getting hurt.
No, I'm just emotionally hurt because I'm doing divorce and I'm just hurt.
Wait, can you do
Is that?
What?
It really hurt me.
Oh, thank you. Is that what's going on tonight that started everything?
Yeah, I'm emotionally super hurt. I can't help anyone. I'm just so hurt emotionally.
Yeah, it just has to walk away from him. And the alcohol doesn't help.
I'm sorry.
Why do you
Can I
say
drink of water?
he talks to the cop like he's an answer?
I know it's really hurting.
This is the good part.
I can get my husband to come get the kids if that's easier. I don't know what he wants from me. I don't know what anyone wants from me. I'm just so hurt.
So tell me what happened.
He pushed me in the garage and it's fine. I don't give a I just want to move on. I don't give a about him.
This is more than alcohol. No, maybe not.
I pushed him. I hit him. He pushed me. I don't know what to think about it.
So we know what happens. Taylor's arrested. She's charged. It ends up with a plea. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives features that exact incident in their very first episode, and the show completely takes off. Right now, their 4th season is airing. The show and Taylor get so much attention that ABC announces Taylor Frankie Paul is going to be the next Bachelorette on their hit series. And that new season was set to premiere on Sunday, March 22nd. But just days before that, on March 17th, 2026, Dakota filed a temporary protective order against Taylor. According to TMZ, this stems from an incident that happened back in February of this year. Dakota alleges the first part of this happened on February 23rd at Taylor's home. Dakota says Taylor allegedly choked him, shoved him into a window, and hit him. Dakota says he had to remove Taylor's hands from around his neck. And this entire incident was allegedly so loud that it woke up their young son, Ever. Dakota says he tried to go back to sleep with Ever, but Taylor, quote, aggressively pulled the blankets off them and made the little boy wake up and start crying. Dakota says he called 911, but that Taylor manipulated him and pressured him to tell the dispatcher that their son was sick so he could then hang up the phone. Now, the next part of this comes the following night, February 24th, when Taylor allegedly threw Dakota's phone against a wall. When he tried to leave, she allegedly followed him into his truck, where she reportedly began attacking him by squeezing his face and even throwing a drink on him. Then on March 17th, Dakota goes to the courthouse to file a protective order against Taylor. And according to TMZ, Taylor's other ex, her former husband, Paul, was also there that same day to file a separate order against Taylor. According to TMZ, this was random, kind of a complete coincidence. But Taylor...
Lauren, I can't see your messages. I can't open on Instagram right now because it's live.
Now alleges this is part of a smear campaign to ruin her reputation and ruin her career opportunities. And I can't say for sure what the truth is there, but I can say some career opportunities have definitely been affected. I mean, right now, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has been put on hold. Filming is completely halted. We don't know if there's even going to be another season. And she talked about all of that just this week when she was making her rounds on the morning shows to promote this season of The Bachelorette. So a lot of reporters were asking, hey, what's going on with that show? Taylor says, I don't know. I don't know what the future of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is going to be, but she says she's telling and standing by her truth. And then TMZ releases the cell phone video from February 2023, and there is complete and immediate backlash, so much so that ABC canceled The Bachelorette. A statement from Disney Entertainment Television reads, in light of the newly released video just surfaced today, we have made the decision to not move forward with a new season of The Bachelorette at this time, and our focus is on supporting the family. Taylor has since broken her silence about this cancellation and the release of the cell phone video. A statement from her team to People magazine reads, quote,
she hasn't silently suffered. It's been all over the place. I guess mental and physical abuse. I believe that from her. I think the mental's from him, the physical's from her. I don't threat of retaliation because you probably keep hitting him, Taylor. Face your accuser. Come on, man. You both are equally fucked up, and maybe just it's like literally Craig and Austin.
Taylor is very grateful for ABC's support as she prioritizes her family's safety and security. After years of silently suffering extensive mental and physical abuse, as well as threats of retaliation, Taylor is finally gaining the strength to face her accuser and taking steps to ensure that she and her children are protected from any further harm. There are too many women who are suffering in silence.
They're not silent. Taylor, it's not silent, okay? You told everybody what you did.
As they survive aggressive, jealous ex-partners who refuse to let them move on.
Get a fucking restraining order and don't have them film with a bachelor, Taylor.
With their lives.
You have children.
Taylor has remained silent out of fear of further abuse, retaliation, and public shaming. She is currently exploring all of her options, seeking support, and preparing to own and share her story. Dakota has shared his side of the story too. In a statement to Entertainment Weekly, his team said, quote, his number one priority
he's a not gaslighting narcissist, and she is I don't want to say emotionally immature. I don't know. She emotionally immature like me. Like she can't walk away. It's hard. But I mean, like I said, I don't have kids. I'm not on TV.
Is protecting his son. He was just hoping that if he says nothing, as he usually does, it would go away. The statement goes on to say, quote, he knew there was a possibility it could come out, but he was not going to be the one to proactively do that because he has always wanted a decent relationship with Taylor. It's been really hard to achieve that, but he wants to co-parent well.
You've been
yikes, this is
for 3 years together.
Not what Bachelorette Nation expected leading into the week.
Well, they should have never filmed him with the show. Why let him a part of the storyline then?
Weekend. I mean, there's so much to unpack and talk about. So let's bring on Lon.
Tough to see.
Today. Let's
has such more of an immediate impact in that hallway. We had heard so many allegations up until that point, but then when that video came out, I think it just reframed things in people's minds. So I think having that black and white evidence makes a really big impact in the actual legal system, and then also in the court of public opinion. As we see now, the fallout is just continuing for her.
I think that was a really good parallel because of
will be primarily within that section.
Mentioned too was
for him, you know, when
he looks like
Dakota Mortensen went.
I think it helps both of their cases.
I don't know if they even have cases. Okay. 3 years ago, exactly. I follow this guy. Oh, it's page 6. Never mind. I see it. That's it.
They got their hands on this Zoom call recording between the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives cast and execs at Disney, including Rob Mills. The women were expressing their concerns about Taylor's behavior and how it could impact the show, the future of the show, and the future of their careers. And they were trying to explain to him, well, there's this and there's that and there's this video and she's done this and she's done that. And Rob did not want to hear it. He said, this is not me putting my head in the sand, according to this call that NBC News got their hands on, but it's not me, you know, I don't want to inquire because I don't know what that does. So he did not want to know about the, I guess, the severity of how toxic and how volatile she can be.
Who's a head of unscripted programming to say that to a bunch of reality stars who get paid to overshare.
So at the meeting, one cast member, we don't know which cast member, asked Robert Mills if he's aware that she's hurt a child. Now she says she's never hurt a child. In the video that came out from 2023,
that is not purposeful, but these bitches need to stop.
She did throw a chair and it did hit the kid, and I do not believe that was intentional. But anyways,
it's also awful.
Totally. So this cast member asked Robert if he's aware that she's hurt a child, and he said, I don't think for us getting into that is right. He also said he stressed that the company is never going to hide anything that is wrong for the sake of business. Feels like they were doing just that until they couldn't, until the public saw the video, because what we were discussing earlier in the show, that's how the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives kicked off. That was the reason she was arrested. That's the reason she went on probation. That but no charge, like the lesser charges were eventually dropped. Exactly. So it's like you knew exactly who you were hiring, and who you were hiring is someone with a violent past who seems to be deeply unwell. You should have known with all that documentation and all that knowledge of your biggest star on your biggest reality TV show.
They allowed him to film on fucking Bachelor. What a fucking mistake.
At the time, that she was not well equipped to be the Bachelorette.
If I had been here last week to talk about Secret Lives, I was going to bring up that I feel increasingly icky watching that show. As much as I care about the women who are real people, because they're real people, they're not characters. Right. I can watch a tawdry, weird fiction drama and laugh because I know it's all staged. This franchise is really, I think, I worry, exploiting generational trauma, sexual trauma, all this stuff, because it comes out in the reunions. And I got to a point watching the last reunion where I was like, every one of these women has been through something horrific, and that their behavior is kind of their coping mechanism in terms to feel better about themselves. It makes me feel just really sad. And the fact that the people in charge of these productions are willingly just turning a blind eye, putting their head in the sand, because they want that to make more money or have more viewership, that makes me feel really icky.
Well, I'm telling you, then I just say that shit. They knew. They fucking knew. And they see
another miracle.
Just feel like everything she said. Oh my god. This was smart. Oh my god. I've had more videos from her. Oh boy. And I have a surprise for you guys, if anybody cares. So I'll tell you, after we're done with this one, the psychic that I go to is Ginger, the one I told you about. And we played the first part the other day. She did a second part, and it's really fucking good. It's really good. If you're into that stuff. We'll get to it. Yay. TMZ. Here's TMZ's response. Shut up, bitch. I'm calling Harvey a bitch. Sorry, I call Harvey a bitch all the time. That's what my hubby said, that Taylor is a victim of abuse herself. Exactly. She hasn't had time to heal. I keep saying that. She went from a marriage that was like weird and doing weird sex things to then probably her, like, since Now, who knows? That's like the only guy she's ever been with. But like, she hasn't had time. She went right to Dakota.
Which is
crazy
when you
look how fucked up he looks. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say allegedly. I can't stand this man. I think he is trashy as trash can be.
think about it, that the show was supposed to premiere Sunday night, and it has been heavily promoted, even promoted during the
until you ruined it.
Oscars. So what led to it is very clear. It was the video we posted this morning, a Thursday, on TMZ, where you see Taylor attacking Dakota, putting him in a chokehold, throwing 3 bar stools at him, one of them ricocheting and hitting one of their children, one of her children. And she continues. She doesn't go over to the child to help the child. She continues going after Dakota. Now, this video is the basis of the criminal prosecution a few years ago, where she pled guilty to aggravated assault. She is currently on probation for that. And the
holy shit, real quick, Bethany had the balls to go after Taylor. Oh, we'll look at this one next.
Probation means she needs to keep her nose clean until this coming August. The problem is, 3 weeks ago, there was another incident, and Dakota has filed a protective order saying that she attacked him at her home and in a car. Now, she is saying it was the opposite, that he attacked her, but she's on probation, and they could try and violate her probation if they believe that she was the attacker, because that would be a violation of law. So as for ABC, they really could not withstand the tidal wave that came from this video, because even though people had talked about the incident on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, talking about it is one thing. Seeing it is a very different thing.
You had a really...
And when you see it, it is simply hard to watch. And the idea of juxtaposing that video against somebody handing somebody a rose and sweetly romancing them just did not align for ABC.
Oh, they should have
so
done that.
ABC is pulling the plug in the show. Now, there is fallout here, and I am talking fallout in the many, many millions of dollars. We are told there is already a fight going on between ABC and Warner Brothers Discovery over who's to blame for this.
Right.
Now, we have already reported that it seems that the producers who cast Taylor had a case of willful blindness because a lot of this
is my
was
problem.
readily available. They may not have seen the video, but they knew about the incident, and it was pretty clear, it was easy to find that she had pled guilty to felony aggravated assault. So that certainly should have been a
and that fucking phone call
clue. And so there is a lot of finger pointing going on right now between ABC and Warner Brothers Discovery. Let's talk about some of the fallout. Number one, only one show, the show that was supposed to air Sunday night, is in the can. There are 3 other episodes in various forms of edit, but they're not completed. And then some of them have been basically untouched.
Because
they're going to have to fire a very big staff of post-production people because the plug has been pulled on the show.
So what are they?
So there are other things, and
like, what are they going to put in their play? Like, I guess they were going to air that. Like, what could they do?
This is one of the biggest. That
the 2 biggest shows probably on TV.
ABC has what they call trade outs on the show. That's when you'll see an airline or a hotel or some venue or brand where they're featured on the show. These brands, these companies pay big money for these trade outs. But what they get in return is FaceTime on the network. Well, now that the show has been shelved, they're not going to get that FaceTime. And if they don't get that FaceTime, then ABC is going to have to either return the money or not get the money they were expecting. And that's going to be a huge, huge loss for ABC.
On the show and
a couple of other things. This show cost around $2 million an episode, and the whole show has been shot. So somebody is going to have to shoulder that. ABC.
Wow.
Or Warner Brothers Discovery. And they are already fighting over who is to blame, who should have seen what either they didn't see or didn't want to see with Taylor. And finally, the person they get for The Bachelor is usually the top 4 contenders on The Bachelorette. We are told that producers already pretty much had an idea of who the top 2 contenders were going to be. A lot of it is based on audience reaction and popularity, but they had a pretty good idea of who they were going to be. Well, you pick people because they're famous as a result of being on The Bachelorette. But because these people have no visibility, they're no longer viable contenders to become The Bachelor. So now the producers have to start from scratch in casting The Bachelor. And either it's going to delay production, we're told, or they're going to have to pick somebody who was on one of the past shows, and we're told that could be problematic for ratings. So all in all, this is just a fiasco for both ABC and Warner Bros.
Look how proud of himself he is. They obtained the video and put it out.
My Wi-Fi run out. I really think if I took one voice lesson, I could win American Idol. We have Jason Earls coming out on a podcast that he lied about his age to book a role on Hannah Montana. We will be talking about the Taylor Frankie Paul insane fight video from 2023. From the fight between Paul and her baby dad, Dakota Mortensen, in 2023, which she pled guilty in the case.
Oh my. You're no.
The police report says that the 5-year-old girl was hit and later had like a goose egg on her head. During the fight, Taylor does yell, "You threw me," a few times, and she later claims to police that Dakota had thrown her to the ground prior to what is seen on that cell phone footage. Let's catch up with Alexa to get all the details you need to know. Hey, Alexa.
I
like
like him.
There's this Netflix documentary with Louis Theroux that came out recently called Inside the Manosphere. Did you check it out? Are you familiar?
No, I really only support women.
Okay, and we're all supporting women here. Power to women. This was a Netflix doc that came out where it explored these manosphere, as they call it, or like red pill communities, and there's these influencers like Sneeko and HS Tiki Taki, who you just mentioned, and a couple other guys who that are like basically like Andrew Tate adjacent kind of people that sort of do like scammy type things where they like get people to like buy into their communities to they're gonna help them make money and like get girls, and so they people pay them and they get subscriptions.
Things that HS is saying on the show, these are all unvalidated claims.
Stuff on Instagram talking about wanting a pool boy.
Ridiculous.
Into like the childish gameplay. It's like, you know, when like a little kid is like being immature and then they start.
Yep. So what do you guys think? I feel like I feel the same. Like I said, they knew. We just saw page 6 read the transcript from the phone call. They didn't want to hear it. And that's the first thing I said this morning. Like, what do you mean? Like, and the fact that they show fucking Dakota, well, it makes me crazy that they let him film on The Bachelor. Why make him a part of this show? He doesn't deserve that. He's a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. Why would you want him on the show? It doesn't make any sense. Listen, honey, did you decide if you're going to softball? I'm so upset. I want to go so bad. I have such FOMO right now. Adam dropped a couple of videos, but so basically Bethany is running her fucking mouth as usual about shit that like literally, oh my god, like she's about Taylor Frankie Paul. Like, who is she to literally talk shit? If I play this and she's talking like she's acting, oh man, she looks like she's high. She looks like she's high as fuck. I'm gonna have to call this bitch out for it. She's always manic and like all meth the fuck out or some shit when she's like talking shit. So let's see. I'm still trying to go. Oh, I want to go so bad. I want to go so bad. Oh, he did Hot Messy Topics today. I didn't know that. I'm the hot messy one, you fucker. He hasn't answered me at all. I'm so upset. I wish I knew. I wanted to go. Oh, man. That's how much of an Uber is real quick. I'll try the Uber again. If it's less than $200, I'm coming.
Welcome back and happy Friday, which means, guys, we're about to get into the weekend and have a good time. I'm so excited. We just did Hot Messy Topics. I did not know it was going to last that long. An hour and like 40 something minutes, which normally we don't do. But with that, on the second channel, if you guys didn't catch it, I did post part 1 and part 2 of some of the video stuff that came out when it came to Taylor Frankie Paul and everything that was being mentioned. And now on this video, it looks like Bethany Frankel is reacting and also chiming into what that could mean for the reckoning. So we have a lot to talk about. Smash the like button, show some love. Let's go.
Whatever, man. Do it. He's crazy.
All right, guys. So since we have a lot to talk about, and also since you guys are always asking me about my skin, even though like a guy could use a shave right now, and I get that, but it is not a secret. It is my Blooming Face Pro 2.0. So with the press of a button, I can change the settings. I always like to use it on the red.
I got him.
But what it does is it uses little microcurrents, and you can hear them.
You got the face.
Feels like a little massage.
I got
and they lift, illuminate, rejuvenate your skin, and they take the inflammation out. The best part is normally this guy is about $300. If you click on my link in the description, also pinned in the comment section, again, you get $200 off. And if you don't love it, they'll refund you. Obviously, I love it because I have 2. And Jason has 2 as well. And my mom has 2. And my mother-in-law has 2. And I don't go around when it comes to my Blooming. It is like one thing that I'm obsessed with. But we got to get into this. This was some shit. Hold on. Bethany, take it away.
So unfortunately, I've gotten an education on a woman named Taylor Frankie that I have never heard of until today. And so this video has surfaced of a domestic violence incident and a baby screaming and crying. And now ABC not airing the season or part of the season, which doesn't make any sense because they knew about her domestic violence past, and apparently they cast her as the first non-Bachelor Nation person, like she was from another show, and they wanted the controversy and the redemption. And so now they're retrading on that because the video was made public. I mean, a picture is worth 1,000 words or an audio is worth 1,000 words, but if someone was already involved in domestic violence, why would they cast her? And it's back to reality television, where reality television thrives on conflict, negativity, substance abuse, physical abuse, bankruptcy, DUIs, incarcerations. So whenever people say, whatever happened to the reality reckoning, I say the reckoning still continues. I hear examples of it all the time. You don't cancel a whole season if there's not a pile of
literally. Just back to that again.
Shit underneath it. So the reality reckoning is and has been real and continues because there are a lot of things going on legally that you haven't heard of. Cases don't wave a magic wand and get resolved the next day.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. There's one case. Look at her face. Let me take a picture of this right here. Right? I can't stand her face. She's a punchable fucking face. She thinks she's like, nobody wants to hear from you.
There's
bitch.
a lot
even though I agree with you
underneath. And the crew, they're the ones that are rising because they've seen it all, witnessed it all, been made to be quiet about, and they watch what happens with the crews. Mark my words. Now I want to discuss the very sensitive topic of recording another party while in an altercation or being verbally or physically abused, which I have experience with. And when there's a child involved, you are worried about this ever getting out because they one day might see it. You also might be painted as the villain in the situation. And I really understand that. And in that case, it is so tempting to release something because you just want the world to know that you're not the villain. You might be just marketed as the villain. And if you're the quiet party, not speaking.
She wasn't the quiet party. She beat the shit out of my members.
Speaking on the matter, or maybe the moneyed spouse or the more public or powerful party, it's very hard to deal with the fact that everyone thinks that it's your fault. And lawyers do often tell their clients to record the other party for various reasons, particularly if one parent is speaking ill or abusing the other.
I like her comments. You should be able to recognize your active abuse if you have been in an abusive relationship. I want to know what happened right before it started. Yes, see, I said the same. Darvo, exactly. Darvo.
They're in front of a child, because then it's a custody matter. It's not between the two parties, which is certainly relevant if one party is being abused. But when there's a child involved, it takes
That's
it to
why
a
I wanted Vanessa to be able to speak on us.
Whole different level, because it's abusive to the child. So that is a very unfortunate part of this. Sorry, I'm going on about this, but the term reactive abuse is being used about this video that has resurfaced, and that this woman was driven to a point and she's seemingly drunk and threw chairs in front of her baby. Now, I am not discounting that someone can reach their boiling point, that someone can be systematically abused and then fight back. I'm not discounting that both parties can be completely toxic. We've all seen both parties have a dysfunctional relationship and abuse each other. That is a fact.
That's like fucking Taylor Armstrong and Russell.
Fact remains that there was a child in a video where someone threw furniture. And I will grant you that, yes, it did seem like this person was continuing to bait her and wanted it to be recorded. But I've seen that too. You want the person to do it this time because you're recording and you want that for yourself. But we've also seen it where the person hits a breaking point. You lose me with a child. Like, all of this could be a totally different discussion without a child in the room. I mean, sane parents don't raise their voices when there's a child in the room, verbally abuse each other, abuse each other when there's a child in the room. This is unheard of with a child in the room. Like, that was my
unheard of isn't the thing, but it's definitely fucking wrong.
Child in the room. My childhood was that.
Me too.
Me too. That plus a lot more. But so this is where you lose me. Immediately, no, I seen what I needed to see. So yeah, they could both be complete animals. But
yeah, walk away.
Tipping point is child in room.
Yeah, we have to agree. I can't disagree with her because I don't see him. How do you mute him? How do you mute you, sir? Here you go. Adam, where are you, sir? Can't hear you. You guys hear me? Or maybe he muted himself. He doesn't know. I think he muted himself and he didn't know. Yep, see, makes sense. I see. Everybody's like, I didn't agree. That's something I never expect to happen. I get exactly. Same Z's. Same Z's. And it's like salt coming at me. It's like, what is it? Like vinegar. It's a fucking, damn it. It's like vinegar coming out of my mouth. Nobody thinks they, because like she just gets herself involved, but like she's fucking right, dude. Yeah, that's another thing. Like something's up with that too. I don't even know if it's just I don't know. I hate everybody. Be careful the thing I say about addiction, but like I just assume it looks like I know he used to have an opiate problem. Like none of their husbands or boyfriends were fucking perfect. None of theirs, you know. But fake rich. Amanda is fake rich, dude. Oh my god. Let's watch it real quick. Because I know, Manny, I wish you could talk about it. If you want to talk about Real Housewives, let's talk about it. I don't want to play your videos, friend. Some people are thinking, yeah, oh my god. Well, see, alcohol doesn't work for me. Like I said, I get sick. But Xanax makes me a different, Xanax makes me a different fucking person.
So Crystal's not necessarily breaking like legal info. She's just repeating and reporting what's circulating and framing it as like insider cast knowledge. Good. But these things they're documented. Like you can't just, I mean, you can't just get mad at Crystal for sharing the shit, because if it's documented, it's documented. And also too, you know, when she's like, don't worry about my finances. You don't know what money I make. No, we know that you make a paycheck from Beverly Hills.
We know that. It's true.
Yeah, aside from that, we don't know what money you make. Like, we don't know shit about the money that you make. Actually, we kind of feel like you don't make a whole lot of money at all. And we kind of feel like you like really just like heavily relied on
PK. Beverly Hills.
PK, I guess. And I'm not trying to downplay her. I honestly think it's wild. I have people who I know who own businesses, and they charge their credit card every 2 seconds when I turn around. It's like, oh, fun. This is fun. It's fun card, business card, business card, business card, business card. And it's almost like as if the money doesn't exist. Like, it's kind of like what Rachel Zoe said, except Rachel Zoe probably has the money to spend. You know, she's like, when I go to Europe, it's in euros.
But literally, though, the $4,000 that Dorit spent doesn't seem like a lot to me, for her. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I know it made me. It's really sad. I know I'm going sidetracking on all this, but I just want to hear this part because I know. I really think I'm on Dorit's side.
So I pretend like it's not real money. You know, that's fun and that's cute for the Real Housewives.
What do you care? It's not your dude.
Housewives, it's a stupid statement. It's really dumb to even say that. Like, it doesn't feel like real money. But if you got it like that and it doesn't bother you, then
money, like,
by all means, like I'm sitting back, like, I'm envious of you.
Me too.
You know, I wish I had Sutton's alimony agreement. I wish I had $500,000 coming into my bank every single month, being like, wee, it was 30 days to spend 500.
Remember you had 2 cats and you wouldn't send me one?
What?
How unfair is that?
The fuck does that amount to?
Unless you have 2 things.
500,000. Let's just look really quick. 500.
You have still something I have none. Wouldn't it be the nice thing to do to share with your co-host?
100,000 divided by 30. That means technically she has an allowance of about $16,666 a day.
Who? That's son. Wow. For the rest of our life. I was like, I'm in the wrong job.
Okay. Moving on. Now, by the way, Crystal also, real quick before I move on, she did explain how salaries work on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She said that the cast members are paid per season, and the pay depends on seniority, popularity, negotiation power. And veterans typically earn significantly more than newer cast members, but the contracts are renegotiated regularly. So clearly somebody like Kyle Richards is going to make a lot more than, I don't know, Amanda Francis. So the pay is not equal across the cast is what she was trying to say. But since we're talking about Amanda Francis and Bo St. John,
because
this is awkward.
The house, that was it. That's what we found out.
Bo's accused Amanda of
she flipped the house. That's what made her popular or made her rich. Okay. I could have
using other people's money. She claims Amanda built wealth by leveraging other people's investments or funds. And she is not as self-made as she portrays. She thinks that she's cunning. She suggested that Amanda is strategic in a very manipulative way, presenting a curated public image that may not reflect reality. And she also thinks that there's a house of cards, meaning
I think
what she's trying to, it's almost like she's saying that this is a big bag of bullshit.
Me too.
And what I thought was interesting was even watching the episode last night, when she said, you know, I'm going to put this out there and I hate to say it, but it was this cult-like reference. Mind you, she did say her business isn't stable or sustainable long-term, but the cult-like or unusual story background, it seemed like this was
a storyline.
One, it's not factual. You can't just sit there and say somebody's business is a cult. But I think what she was trying to allude to was, you know, like she runs her business with a lot of people telling them what to do and how to be and blah, blah, blah. And that kind of makes me think that she's also running a cult. And that, you know, like if she came from a cult, it makes sense that she would be also running a cult. And I was like, that's just like a really, that's a pretty heavy freaking accusation to make. But who am I? Now, if you guys didn't end up catching us today with Hot Messy Topics, then please go be a part of the replay crew. That's on Up and At.
I'm pissed because
from Channel 1. We had a lot of fun and we have lots and lots that we talked about, especially with the Taylor, Frankie Paul Abdal, and Miami and everybody else in between. So I love you guys. We will see you so big.
Okay, let's talk about Miami. What's going on with Miami? Do we have any information? I guess nobody's coming up. I might as well just get off of here. Yes, actually. You know, talked about Taylor enough, I guess. And you know, Maybe later, if I'm still awake, I'll go on with Kanique. I need to talk about Idaho, but I need she has probably some really good body cam videos. I don't know, but I don't answer my phone usually. It's hard. Like I need when I'm getting ready for the shows, it's hard. I get so sidetracked with the phone. Unless you say it's a goddamn emergency and it better be an emergency, I probably won't answer. Especially the other days like this, because my mind gets too sidetracked, and I count on my mirror way too much to help me, and she knows I get very sidetracked. I don't know what's up with Dego. Something happened. Last night I was on a thing, and then she said, my friend Christine that's on there, she said something happened. I got off, and then he was getting ready to hang up or end his thing, and she said something like cut it off, and he hasn't been live at all day today, which is odd for him. But anyway, so that's why we weren't even there. But you guys usually, if I'm not here, you can find me there. That is again Dego. It's my friend Dego. His name's Joe actually. And he is True Crime Cafe. And again, he's still not live, which is very strange to me. But he's also on Devil's Advocate channel every night. They do a thing called Crime After Dark, which is mostly Idaho for, but they do. I mean, well, like DA goes in and he is like writes letters to Moscow about the things that they lie to us about, things that don't make sense in the thing. Oh, I didn't play it. Oh my God, I didn't play the thing for you guys. If anybody's listening, oh my God, I didn't play the thing from Channeling Eric. Oh my God. So this is my medium, Ginger. Trigger warning: if you don't believe in this shit, I'm sorry for you. You don't have to. It's take it or leave it. This is just what Nancy's coming through. It's a really fucking good video, and it says a lot about what happened. Okay, and you take it or leave it. So this is our fourth one, but we played the first part the other day. So I'm gonna play this part too for you guys. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys. I told you I'd play it. I mean, if you don't believe it, you don't believe in it, but you will if what she says turns out to be almost true. And she also reads my questions. I asked about why is there different psychics have different outcomes with Nancy, but you'll hear how my friend, the one that does the interview, asks her how she I was like, oh my God, she has my questions, because I was like, you guys better answer the questions we put in the thing. Remember I told you guys there's so many questions that were in the questionnaire they wanted us to fill out or whatever, and then of course I can let you. So here's part 2. I've already listened to it, because this is so Ginger is a psychic I'm going to use. I trust her. I've been watching this for 4 years, and I've had 2 readings, and I'm due for one now. So Robert, hi, love you, miss you. Thank you for forgiving me today. So like I said, channeling Eric. Eric is a young man who was 15 when he committed suicide. His mom is Elise. She won't be in this video, but she has been connecting with him ever since through mediums. They help a lot of people. They do readings. They channel the stuff that's going on in the world. Eric tells you all about heaven. There's about thousands of videos. They're about to do a documentary on this. And the people that do telepathy tapes are linking up with them as well. So I tell you, if we focus on that, that's where it's going to come to be. Thank you. Sorry, I got really upset with you. All right, so this is part 2, Nancy Guthrie. A lot of information. Like I said, Ginger is the psychic that I love to death. Good reading with her. I guess I'll do it. Here's the disclaimer. Please read it.
Hi guys, we are back for part 2 with Nicole and Ginger, but really part 4 for the Nancy Guthrie case. We're gonna jump right back in. So Ginger, how long were the abductors or abductor, the one who abducted Nancy, there to work around the property, and what was he there to do?
You mean before he came, before that night?
Yes. So because I guess prior in the previous session you said they were there before working on her. So what were they there doing the time before that or many other times?
So something that she showed me about this, because I was trying to get more detail, because I feel like it's somebody, before she was showing me somebody that did some work on her property. And I feel like what she's showing me, she kept showing me paint and rollers. But I don't feel like it's like a wall. I feel like recovering something, recoding something. It's different than paint. So that's kind of important. She's showing me no, it wasn't the pool. So I was trying to see resurfacing the pool. she's saying no to that, but it was like recovering. And I feel like it had to do with the outside of the house. Okay. Yeah. Whether it was the roof or maybe around some wood, things I feel like it wasn't just paint. She's saying like they were resurfacing. So that's what she kept showing me. Not the company that did this. This is important. She says it's not the company that came in to do this. That is responsible. It's the person that was a part of the crew. And I feel like that it wasn't all the crew. This person,
not the Lucas Daly guy that I thought, guys, with the wrist tattoo,
that we've been talking about. Okay, the one that was on the camera. He's only part of the story, right? He's only part of who was involved. But I feel like he was the person who, what do you call it? Like when they're like checking out the area. What do you call that? Like when
inspector?
Or like scoping the area. Okay. You know what I mean? Scoping the area. And because she was targeted, so this was something that was pre-planned ahead of time. Okay. And let me see if I have something.
She's so good, dude.
So it wasn't to like rob the place, but it was like, I feel like it was made to look like that. And I also see like a struggle. Like she did try to, she tried to get away. There was a struggle. Get more here. So now they're showing me something, Eric and her are both putting like these different images in my head of something that has to do with not just him, but the other people involved, because I feel like there was Hispanic roots to the other two. Heritage, something about their home country. This is something they've learned from their home country. Does that make sense? And they're showing me like South America.
That they don't do fucking kidnappings for ransom here, but they do. They must do it in the country these people are from, because they obviously think it would work.
I'm seeing Africa, South America, and I also see Mexico area. That this is something that is done, that they've learned from that.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's important, but I have to say it just in case it's important,
So how long ago were they there to do the work?
Not long before she was taken, is what I'm getting. Okay.
Wow.
Within what, a week? I heard a week. Within that week, within a week. But I feel like that there was them coming around, like
canvassing,
stalking the area, I guess you say, like coming around. And this is important. And if there's a question later, I just feel like I have to say this right now. She's showing me, because we were talking about the house, how they came in and how they left. So showing me coming in, he comes in, he doesn't go get her yet in her room. And it shows him going to the front door, opening it. I don't know, like there was some kind of security maybe or something he had to just assemble to get the door open, maybe deadbolt or something.
It was like
something that was keeping it where he couldn't come in the other way. Okay. Yeah. Also, he was trying to avoid the camera. So, and then shows he's disconnecting the camera. Okay. And there was something else. There was something else he did in the back too, disconnecting.
Remember they said just recently
something with the panel or something with.
I get it too excited. Remember they said they were something was jamming the wires, the Wi-Fi that night. That was them.
Other things that were connected again, because they were doing that jam thing, like something he had to try to jam a signal and it didn't completely work. And then it shows them, and this is important to know, I think, for the police maybe. And Paula will put a picture up of this. Okay, so I want to describe how they left. When they come out of the house, they left around the side of the house, and they went around the back. This is what she showed me. Okay, so she's showing me going around the back and then through the field in the back, not the fenced yard, but outside of it. Okay. And then going towards a street. There's streets like all around her. Okay. And they're leaving that way and going through the field, and they go in between these houses, and then they get to the street and the car's there.
Damn. Dude.
Okay. So the car's waiting. Something that she's telling me is, and she knows this now, now on the other side, didn't know it then, had something to do with the way the houses were turned, facing. Like, I feel like the house is faced different ways. And she's showing the way that they were facing, maybe if they had like cameras or bushes or something to block their way out.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what she shows me on how they left. Okay. The side road, like showing a side road going through a side road. And she did walk, and it wasn't easy.
Okay.
Wasn't
So
easy.
does her son-in-law or daughter have names or phone numbers of the workers who worked at her house?
The saddest part, she said that in this, that Annie's really suffering. Annie's daughter, Annie's mom are hurt in bed.
I do feel like they would have something about this, but it's not because they're connected. And I want to tell you right now, she's saying, and I went into this for a while with her, trying to get details that I could about who and who's connected to who, right? Following the connections. There is no connection to her family.
Thank God.
Okay, or anyone connected to her family.
God.
This was a targeted abduction.
So much better about it.
Okay.
So.
It didn't have anything, and she's repeating this, didn't have anything to do with her daughter.
That's crazy.
Or either daughter, like her daughter that's on TV or the other daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
Were those guys on camera working at any time?
She asked my question about timelines, so I should thank her for that.
I don't feel like they got the one. He was very good at knowing where they were, where the cameras were. There may be, let me see. Let me get more about this real quick. Like, I'm seeing something like in a distance, maybe in a distance, a distance from the house, but nothing close up.
Well, does the footage still exist?
They do. They have some footage from before, but it's not showing anything that is suspicious or would connect to anybody, that they know of. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like this person, you would have to know who this is and see this person to go, oh, you know what? Now that we look back at the footage, now we see it's this person, like that. Okay.
What about the tattoo that the man had? They said in the Nest Cam on one video, they see a part of a wrist forearm tattoo.
Yep, that was my question. I showed you guys.
So are these two different tattoos? Are these the same tattoos?
That's the same person, just in the camera. Okay. That you see. If they're saying there's two different people, it's the same one. Different times or days or no, same day. Same day, she's saying.
Wow.
Okay, tattoos. Showing me, I see a few different tattoos this person has. I'm seeing like maybe some, and in the area of the body, I'm not 100% like this, but I'm seeing like wings of some kind. I don't know if this is bird wings or angel wings. I see wings. I'm kind of seeing like maybe the shoulder area, and star like around the hand, like maybe like
Staley, I mean.
Like, I see like lines, but I also see like maybe a star on his hand or around the area. And then I'm also hearing like something about like a heritage type tattoos.
That's what I.
So when
what I got.
Yeah, when they find this person, there's heritage tattoos.
I use her. I'm about to get another session with her soon. I found her on this channel. I love it. So 1000% legit.
Heritage, African is what I keep seeing.
And I got like the lines, like the tribal lines. Did you get tribal lines?
Yes, like that kind of thing. And for some reason, like stars or star or something.
Many tattoos.
Yeah, he does.
She gives a name.
Yes.
I'm gonna look. We're gonna do it.
So,
guys, when you get home, we'll do a deep dive on this, please. I wish you were home now.
There are two different people that were detained and released without charges: Kayla Noel Day and Luke Anthony Daly. Why were they released and detained without charges?
Why
were they detained and then released without charges?
Why were they detained?
So what I'm hearing is that they're not connected.
They're not connected.
But the police are watching people that they suspect. Okay, so they are on to a few people, but the problem is that they don't have evidence, right? They don't have something to connect the person. you know? Nicole, you're looking.
Sorry, the next question makes me laugh.
Yeah. So they don't have a connection. They don't have something to connect them. But those two people you named are not connected. So they thought that this person was. They thought that he matched some of the description or some of what they thought they knew. Because there are some things they're not putting out to the public, and that's for a good reason. Because there are some people that come.
Good news. I'm
in and say, I know what's going on, and then they'll ask them things, and then they don't match up to some certain things that they have evidence to. So they have to hold back on some of the evidence. Okay. Now, I don't know if there's a question about this, but I'm going to go ahead and go here right now. Names. Now, I don't know if you looked over if there's anything about names to people. If there's any questions about that. Okay.
I don't know.
So Eric's saying, talk about it. He keeps going, talk about it, talk about it. So I do have some initials and I do have some names to this person. Okay. I don't have it to everybody, but one of the first names, and I feel like this does not go to the person in the film, in the camera view on the porch or whatever. Hugo. Yeah, Hugo. Like Hugo was a name. I swear, Hugo was a name connected not to that guy, but to somebody involved.
Things are so. That's one of my spirit guides' name, Eric.
Aw. Oh, I thought maybe you got the same name. I thought maybe you said.
No, I was just saying that's Hugo. Funny. That's one of my.
Yeah, so that came in, and then so I was trying to get names connected to the person in the camera, and I got the LJW. Okay. And so now I'm not always 100%, but boy, this just like I kept hearing her say this over and over. Last name Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
I just got that.
Yeah, Williams. And the first name I was getting, I actually got a couple different names. With the first name I got, Leroy was really loud in my head, and I heard Lawrence, but Leroy came in louder. But I'm gonna say both names just in case, okay? So the Lawrence was kind of softer, not as strong, and then so Leroy kept coming in over and over, and then for the middle name I was getting like a James. So
that's crazy.
The Williams is the last name, and that was really like the very first thing she gave me when we were trying to get the name to it.
So he just gave me two different ones, but they were like kind of similar. Leon, kind of Leroy, but that came to me. Interesting.
Yeah, it's important to say
James or like Jamal or like something like J.A. I'm getting though.
Okay. So that's important to put out there because if any of that connects, now this is what's important too, Eric just said. He wants people to understand that just because we do this, like I'm giving, even outside of this, I'm giving information to them. What's hard, and this is like hurts my heart, is that just because we say it and we give this doesn't mean that they can use it. Like they can't use it in a court of law. They can't like say, okay, we can get an arrest warrant now because, the psychic medium said this name this is who it is. But what they can do is they can connect it. They got puzzle pieces to put together. And it can be the missing piece that they need to look into it deeper and look into that person deeper, he just said. So
it makes sense
because they're not overlooking anything. They just don't have all the pieces to connect it, to make a connection. And the DNA. Oh, she just said in the DNA.
Okay. Do you have any more names or initials?
No, but she just said something about the family moving there like in the 90s or something, like his family, the guy's family that we just spoke about, and that he was in California, and he's in California right now, Southern California, she just said, southern area of California, but his family's still in the Tucson area.
Can I ask?
Oh, hold on. I feel like too, she just said that he's like a junior or something, like the dad's name is the same.
Yeah. Okay. So the guys, is he connected with? Is this just crime junkie coming out? No, but I'm like Eric just connected me for a minute. Could it be are the Hispanic men, are they in Tijuana if he's in Southern California?
I feel like one did leave.
Okay.
One. And I feel like I got that before too. I don't know I can't remember what's on the other ones, but I feel like I got that before. But one did leave, but they are watching these people. They just don't, some of them, they just don't, so they can't the one who did leave, they didn't have a connection to, like they weren't watching that one. That's why he got away, right? Or over the border. But those that they're watching to see if they do try to leave the country. So
she's channeling Nancy and Eric, who are on the other side, and that's where she gets the name. Nancy Guthrie's coming through to her.
They're watching them, but it's hard when you don't have something to detain them by. And they are trying. You know, the detective's working hard on this. Some people are feeling like maybe he's not, but he is. He just doesn't have all the
You have to have, you know, you have to have evidence for you to go forward.
Right.
Okay, this is why you're like, what's wrong with your face? It's like, what makes two mediums have a completely different response to what happened in Nancy? Is it a timeline issue? Is it what can be seen, can be changed kind of deal, where all things in possible reality, maybe free will can change the outcome?
That's a good question. Okay, good question. So, I mean, they're all good questions, but this is a good question. So this is with not just this case, but anything a medium is talking about. What happens is we all have our own filters, and it's like translation. So when you're getting certain things and you translate it, it doesn't necessarily mean the information coming in, you know, is wrong, because it's the right information, like they're trying to. So in other words, it's not the person, the like Eric. It wouldn't be Eric being wrong or Nancy being wrong, because they know the truth, right? 100%.
Exactly.
It's the medium. It's the medium translating, including me. Okay, so anybody out there that channels, you have to follow your own gut instinct. Okay, because we're just channels and translating this information the best we can. So taking what we hear, taking what we get, and trying to translate it.
Exactly.
So, and that's why it's important. And I don't know about other mediums, but like for me, it's important. I can't watch like news things. I can't like watch the media about it, because if I do that, it's going to interfere with the way I translate it. It'll make me translate it wrong. You know, because I want to say what's coming in from them and not what my mind, because we do still have a human ego, and it tries to get in the way and unravel everything. So yeah, so that's why you get different things.
I mean,
that's good.
The one completely was really bad. It's really sad though. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so is Sheriff Nanos truly trying to solve this, or does he have a different agenda?
He is. And that's who I was talking about earlier. He is really, truly trying to solve this. I do get a little bit of ego in this. Like he's trying to, and I feel like this is part of his journey, part of his path too, that he is supposed to figure this out. This is supposed to be part of his, you know, I don't know if you want to call it contract or journey.
Yeah.
But he is trying. And there's many others working with him, you know, trying to solve this. They have like hundreds of thousands of tips that come in, and they're trying to follow everything they can, you know. The most important thing is that they are not giving up. Okay, and Nancy, you know, she's trying to help too, but let's go back to what I said in part one, because we're in part two here. It's really important to know that we can't just say, hey, Nancy, what happened? Go ahead and give me the story word for word, because it can impede on somebody's journey that's a part of this story, you know, part of this, because everyone connected to this, including people watching in the collective, they are learning something. They're growing from this. We're all part of it. And especially those who are directly connected, like the family. There's a certain spiritual plan and timeline for this. And this will be, and I don't know if there's another question about this, but this will be solved. It will. And I keep getting the month of August of this year. It's going to be solved.
It'll be interesting to play this back then.
They are going to get her back, she said.
I can't wait to I'm going to record my sessions with her.
That's good. That's good to hear. That's awesome. Maybe ask Eric to ask Nancy if she can tell Savannah in a dream who did it, why, where they can find her body. It's kind of what you just said.
And they are having dreams of their mother. I feel like maybe like not as much as they hope, you know, like getting
they're real.
Like they feel her, they know she's passed. But that grief can get in the way sometimes. But yeah, that would be great. That would be wonderful. It'd be wonderful if I could just, like we said before, get the coordinates. I asked, I want them, right? But
I never.
It just doesn't work like that, you know, because everybody's got their journey that they're on. And if he's supposed to learn this, and the reason why, like say the detective, as in he, it's going to help him uncover, like he'll learn like, oh, this is how I did this on this one, so this is what I'm going to do on the other one. You know, like that you learn from experience.
I mean,
Right.
I don't know so much as
So did Nancy receive a visit for an elder abuse check the day before her abduction?
That card showed up the day that Daryl got there, so it's a couple days later. Weird though.
No.
Was she physically or financially abused? Adding on to that.
No, actually, she's showing me that she was very, very, she's showing me how she was with her children. She was very, like, helpful. Like, if they needed something, all they had to do was ask. She wasn't somebody who was, like, withholding anything. You know what I mean? She wasn't like that. Very giving, very kind. She also has a tough side to her, I have to say. She's very sweet. You know, I've said that. But she has a little tough side to her, you know. But not that she did that with her family, but she, you know, she wasn't like a pushover or something.
Right.
But they had respect. The family members, they had respect for each other. Okay. There's something else there for sure on there right before you ask that. It'll come back. It'll come back. It had something to do with It'll come back. Sorry. It'll come back.
Okay. What is the missing piece that FBI investigators need to know to be able to prosecute the people for her disappearance?
I want my abilities. I want my psychic abilities back. I know I have horrible with them.
They need to know. So,
and if you don't, I mean, if you have a trouble believing in this, you need to watch telepathy tapes because it's all the same thing. It's all the same type of energy reading, and that'll convince you. Like, because it's going to change humanity. Like the fact that they've been, it's just, I can't even get it. It gets me so, it makes me happy. But they all do the same thing, so it's all coming from the same place.
They're going to match the DNA to somebody, I feel like, or maybe even to a family member that's matched to this person. I feel like that DNA is going to be something that's going to help them with this.
She's done so many readings she's been right about. Almost 99% of them.
But you have to have somebody to match that to, because I feel like this person doesn't have like a felony record to where he has DNA on file.
Right.
And Eric just said yet. So he's going to be caught. Is what I'm hearing.
And he's gonna leave that to her body.
So something about the DNA, and I'm looking right now because I'm looking around the house. I feel like there's something like a fingerprint that they also don't have. A person, did you? Yeah, like a fingerprint that they've actually got it. They've got all these things. They just have to match it to somebody, you know?
That's so funny.
hopefully the names and some of the details we give today can help, you know? I hope.
Yeah, so what I'm getting to, he said he was never, I don't know if the guy that the fingerprints that they have does crime a lot, but I'm getting like he doesn't have, if he has a gun, it's not registered to his name because he would have to have the fingerprints. And Eric says there's no, yeah.
Okay. Like God teaches them every single night. They leave their bodies, they go to this place called the Hill, and they get lessons from God.
No, he doesn't. You're right. He doesn't have anything.
We all have the same abilities.
I feel like too, Eric just showed me another country that he was in where they have like the thing where they can connect it, right?
That's be true.
Like the national database or world, you know.
Right. Like I feel like he did get in trouble in another, like they're showing another country where he got in trouble, and there's fingerprints, but for some reason it's not connecting. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like I feel like they will. Like maybe there's a date, like something wrong with the database or something, like the name, or like okay. Eric just said like his name in the other country was different.
They can't read. They're really not reading energy. I mean, I find it odd that she knew everything in my last psychic.
Yeah,
so
I got that too.
Yeah,
I got
different.
Yeah, he got different aliases or something.
Yes. Yeah. But here in America, and he's been here for a while. I feel like this was something because he has family over, like I'm seeing like over in Africa, like the others I feel like are more South America, but him I'm seeing like maybe Africa and has family. So he has been back there, but he's mostly been here in California.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, you confirmed it. So there's going to be a certain piece of evidence that they have in their possession that they link him to that.
Right.
Are they overlooking any evidence right now?
No, they're not. What they're doing is they're trying to do like I'm seeing. So Eric's showing me like on each person that they have a list of suspects, and the family's been cleared. I'm just going to say that again. Eric said, "Say it again." The family's been cleared, okay? But they have a list of suspects that they are doing like extensive backgrounds on. They're trying to look into them. They're looking into family members, or just like going deep into each one of these suspects, each one of their lives, you know, people that are connected to them, families connected to them.
Never heard you talk
But they don't have something that connects the dot yet to be able to get them. Okay, so Eric's going, they even have like a suspicion maybe of who, you know, like more so than the other, like they have suspicion that like they got their suspicions on who more so, but if you can't connect it for an arrest warrant, then you can't go get them. And even with the name, you know, it's like, okay, you know, we have his name, let's go get him. They have to make it legal. They have to do it legally, like where it can be held up in court, because if they mess up one thing, the person can get off. You know, not be prosecuted.
And then the whole case is all.
Yes, right.
These people, when it's, never mind, I'm not going to get into this. It's almost impossible for it not to be real because of the way that David Dublin studied.
Right.
So they're making sure they have everything. They're, you know, ducks in line.
Right.
So this person gets away.
The whole channel has to see Eric comes through to all of them. So it would be, you know, he like when they do different readings stuff, they haven't heard the other readings yet. So it's like, how do they do this?
But I mean, goes to jail for.
Right. And also, so they
in August, if it comes out to be what she says,
don't get it thrown out. You know what I mean? They don't want to do something against the protocol that you do to, you know, get your line of evidence to have someone arrested, or it can mess up the case.
Well, that's
exactly.
It was
Does Nancy have anything else she would like to share or say?
Exactly what they said.
She does.
But not.
We talked about this earlier. So, let me listen to it for a second because I want to get this is for her family. Okay.
Mean. Well,
so first of all, she just says that she wants him.
Goodbye.